So they say that witnesses don't have to make witness statements right there, which means later in life, at some point, whenever the court case comes up, the people could have forgotten stuff, remembered stuff. Hell, they could have all gotten together and made up, gotten together and come together on what they wanted to say had happened, whether it happened or not. The lady, my baby's mother was staying with had another child staying with her who was not her own child. The girl had said that some boy that was related to her had raped her, and she refused to believe it. She wouldn't do anything about it at all. Um, she was like, if you want to go stay with somebody else, call your caseworker or whatever. Other than that, stop saying that. And has really been trying to keep it quiet. Well, the way I feel about it, the way they've sat there, and I have other DCF caseworker friends who sit there and, yeah, there's this whole confidentiality thing involved. They're not allowed to say names, but they are allowed to talk about their experiences and like different things like that. Well, in their experiences, they've all told me, yeah, public defender, caseworkers will get emotionally attached or whatever, stop going by the rule book and start like doing things off their own. Well, with that being said and done, they're sitting there. One of their friends could want a child or something, or have always want like a mixed kid or different things, and so they'll turn around and do every little thing they can to either get the child taken or to protect the child and make sure the mother stays with the child. Like this one case that happened not too long ago, where the father is white, the mother is black, the caseworker was black. I don't know what had happened, like how that takes effect or whatever, like what happened between the mother and the caseworker. But anyway, the father was at some restaurant. The baby's mother showed up with all three of the kids in the car, started yelling in the middle of the restaurant. He started to leave. She started hitting on him. Well, she started hitting on him, and he didn't even call the cops. The people in the restaurant called the cops on him. Then he got in his car and started to go from that house to his mom's house. Well, while he was on his way to his mom's house, the lady got back into her car with all three of the kids, started ramming him with her car into his car, all the way to her house, to the house that he was going to. Cops finally showed up at the place that they was going to because there was people on the road calling the cops, telling them what was going on as well. Well, when the cops got there, they arrested the lady and put her in jail. He had been trying to get his kids for the longest because of how she is and how, like, that's endangering your child, driving recklessly like that. She goes all the way there, gets arrested. Well, the public defender keeps coming back and telling her everything that the kid's father is saying, and trying to tell her how to lie and how to come up with a good solid defense or whatever, so that she won't get her kids taken, and so that she get out of the whole thing with pretty much a slap on the wrist. The DCF caseworkers I saw, first off, Miss Judy told me anything that happens to sit there, write it down, document it, and report it, because I really, really want to get my child. She is not good with my baby's mother and the people she's had around. My baby's mother has been raped by her mom's boyfriend, yet I have a video of her taking my child over to that house when my baby's mother's caseworker told me that she's not even supposed to she shouldn't take my child over there. If she's been raped, she shouldn't even want to be around that person. But she keeps going over there, taking my child over there. She told me, document all this stuff, report it. Well, when I went to report it, this lady told me call her supervisor. Skip the whole call in the hotline, go straight to the supervisor. When I called the supervisor said it sounds like I was trying to set my baby's mother up, and that I should have called the hotline first. I was like, I did call the hotline first, but I didn't know that, like, when I used to call the hotline about anything or all the hotline stuff I've heard of in the past, they pick right up. They don't have you go through some freaking 5-button automated thing. I had went through a couple of different automated things and couldn't get in contact with nobody, and then was also trying to talk to Miss Judy. Well, when she started talking to me, she was like, "Wait and report it when that I need to report it." She told me that I need to report it when I know that her boyfriend is there, because her boyfriend, who my baby's mother has told my grandma that has already been to jail and everything for I don't know what. She has told her he's been to jail. She's told every time she calls my grandma or my grandma calls her, if I come in or whatever at any point, just come into the room. There's been a few times where I've walked in and I can hear the dude's voice in the background. She's not supposed to have anybody over that late at night. She also has had my child out late at night, random different places. But at that young, she ain't supposed to be out like that. They also were smoking weed up in the house and a bunch of different stuff. Her caseworker told me that she has gone in the house and constantly has smelled it, and plenty of times have asked them to stop smoking in the house. She should have reported it and or had my child taken and put in a better place. The caseworker, which I recorded majority of the time she was there, my iPod ended up dying, but majority of the time she was at the house with me talking about all this stuff, she had even said that that she has told them multiple different times. So she can't deny a lot of the stuff that she has said. She can't say that she didn't tell them stop smoking in the house because of having a little child in there. But it was like, it is their house, they can do that. Well, my baby's mother is underage, she shouldn't be smoking. They're supposed to have all different types of stuff. Oh, my baby's mother tried to keep from telling my grandma that she was staying with her sister, which her sister, when we was in Vegas, her sister told her if she was pregnant, she was going to beat her in her stomach till she lost the child. If the reason why my baby's mother didn't tell me that, or tell my grandma or anybody that would report back to me she was staying with her sister, was because she knew that I would have told her caseworker about all the different stuff and showed her the scars on me that from my baby's mother's sister trying to cut me and trying to jump me in Vegas. It would have certainly been enough, everybody says, for her to be listed. Oh yeah, she even had her 3-year-old little sister smoking weed in the house. When we was out in Vegas, I came in the house one day and looked to the side. I'm like, the hell are y'all doing? My baby's mother's sister was holding up I guess they call it a joint or whatever, holding it in her mouth so she could smoke it, and the little girl was leaning forward going trying to puff on it. Their dad comes out of the room and tells her to stop doing that. He just saw what was happening. He was like, what's going on? Because he was wondering why everybody was laughing. And then told her to stop doing that. Well, hey, that's enough right there where she should not have her kid, my kid around that girl. And I bet they probably had my child doing the same thing, because my child is very smart and picks up on stuff very quickly. If she sees them doing it, she's most likely going to do it. Like, my baby's mother couldn't get my child to hold her own bottle hardly at 8 months, right before I went in. Not at 8 months. Couldn't hardly get her to hold her period. At the age of 3 months, going on 4 months, I was able to get my child to hold her own bottle. I have pictures that I had took after I got her to hold her own bottle. She's sitting there holding it. Now she's going on 10 months, 10 or 11 months, and my baby's mother can't hardly get her to hold her own bottle. I'm kind of like saying